Exploded now! The Premier League star is open to joining Thomas Frank at Tottenham. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham have dramatically entered the race for Brentford forward Bryan Mbeumo, submitting a substantial £70 million bid, according to the Mirror. With fresh ambitions under new leadership, Spurs are scrambling to capitalise on the interest Manchester United have shown in the Cameroon international. Tottenham's sudden push follows the appointment of Thomas Frank, Mbeumo's former manager at Brentford, as head coach at the club. Tottenham make their move to sign Bryan Mbeumo. Spurs have opened negotiations with Brentford, banking on Frank's influence and established rapport with Mbeumo to seal the deal. The club has reportedly tabled a lucrative £70 million offer, significantly above Man United's earlier £60 million valuation. The 25-year-old attacker enjoyed an impressive season at Brentford, notching up 20 Premier League goals with an additional 7 assists. While United flirt with a mega salary, Tottenham aim to outshine with footballing vision. Champions League action under Frank's leadership at the club. The Red Devils were believed to be leading the race to sign the Brentford attacker. However, that could change soon, with Spurs looking to hijack the deal to strengthen their attack this summer. Champions League football and the financial incentives that come with it have given the North London club confidence to seal the deal for the Cameroon star. Mbemo has a big decision to make now, with two of the biggest Premier League clubs chasing him. The familiarity with Frank and the chance to play Champions League football would be a wise decision from the player, but the lure of playing for Man United and the chance to become a part of their revival offers another kind of attraction. Either way, he is edging closer to leave Brentford this summer to start a new chapter in his career. Tottenham Hotspur have entered the conversation to sign Justin Kluivert from Bournemouth, according to CaughtOffside. Spurs have replaced Postecoglou with Thomas Frank, and the club are already looking at potential incomings for their new manager, the Dane having done an exceptional job across 7 years with Brentford. Now it would seem that Spurs are targeting a player that could reinforce a number of attacking positions. CaughtOffside are reporting that Spurs have a keen interest in Justin Kluivert, having scouted him throughout the previous campaign. Kluivert, who would cost Spurs around £46 million, signed for Bournemouth in 2023 and under the management of Andoni Iraola has blossomed as a player, helping the Cherries to their best ever Premier League points tally in the latest season. Kluivert's form has attracted the interest of many clubs, including Tottenham Hotspur, who will begin the season without Dejan Kulusevski due to injury. As such, the club may feel they need an injection of attacking creativity, which Kluivert would certainly provide, be it as a starter or coming off the bench. Champions League football may prove too hard to turn down for Kluivert, who, should he sign for Spurs, would be playing under a manager in Frank, who has proven that he can develop players to a brilliant level with Brentford. Kluivert, described as an explosive player, would represent a smart way for Spurs to begin their transfer business with their new manager. The player is at the peak of his powers, and he could make an instant impact at Tottenham. He is well settled in the Premier League right now. The opportunity to join one of the biggest clubs in the country will be quite exciting for him. Meanwhile, the Netherlands international has previously admitted that he is good friends with Tottenham defender Mickey van der Ven. The opportunity to reunite with his compatriot at the North London club could be exciting. It remains to be seen whether the Tottenham star can play a key role in getting the deal done. Tottenham have held internal discussions about signing Wissa. Wissa has been one of Brentford's best players in recent years. The 28-year-old directly contributed to 25 goals in all competitions for the Bees last season, and he had formed a tremendous partnership with Bryan Mbeumo. A lot of Frank's success in attack was down to his African duo, and The Guardian claim now that he could be interested in a reunion at Tottenham. The report claims that Spurs have held internal discussions about signing Wissa, who was of interest to Nottingham Forest at the turn of the year. Brentford, however, are not expected to entertain a sale for anything less than £40 million this summer. That is cheaper than what Mbemo will cost, but whether Tottenham would be willing to pay around £100 million for two players from the same club remains to be seen. Wissa's current deal at Brentford expires in the summer of 2026, but the Bees have an option to extend that by another year. New Tottenham boss Frank knows Wissa and Mbeumo better than anyone else. The Dane brought the best out of the two players at Brentford, not just individually, but as a pair as well at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Speaking about Wissa and Mbemo as a duo, Frank said in April, as per Optus Sports, "As a pair, is there anyone who has scored more? I know Mohamed Salah has been ridiculous. You'll find a Liverpool player that has more between the two of them. But as a consistent pair, that's an incredible achievement from the two of them. When you consistently, over the last 6 seasons, have produced top scorers, that must be something we're doing right. I'm very happy that Mbemo is shining and is the main man now for us. But I think it's a duo, him and Wissa." Fabrizio Romano shares Christian Romero update after Thomas Frank joins Tottenham. As speculation continues to swirl over the future of Christian Romero, Fabrizio Romano has provided the latest regarding Tottenham's plans for the centre-back this summer. According to reports, Atletico Madrid are expected to push ahead with a move for Romero, who is thought to be keen on linking up with Diego Simeone at the Spanish capital. Romero sent a cryptic message signalling his unhappiness a few days ago, with the centre-back waiting until Tottenham hired Thomas Frank to praise his predecessor Ange Postecoglou. According to reports, Tottenham have not given up hope of tying Romero to a new contract this summer. It has been suggested that Spurs hope that Champions League football and a significant pay rise would convince Romero to stay at the club. It remains to see how the arrival of Thomas Frank affects the situation, but Romano has now confirmed that the Lily-Whites will try their hardest to hang on to their vice-captain. When asked about Romero's future, the journalist told Give Me Sport, "Quiet situation now. I think Spurs will really try their best to keep him at least for this season." While Spurs would ideally want to keep the World Cup winner, Frank would also not want a player who is not enthusiastic to be part of his project at N17. It has also been suggested that many at Spurs feel that Kevin Danso is capable of being a regular starter if Romero leaves. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs.